What is up, everyone? DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today I have a really good one. I have a Uniplay 10,000 milliamp headset and extra battery to keep your Oculus going. I definitely want to show it to you. I wanted to make sure everything was in the box. I already did open it, but everything should be good to go. So we'll be able to go through what's in the box and then also how to get it put onto your Oculus. I've never done this myself, so I wanted to make sure it was easy, do a little tutorial so you know how to do it as well. So we're going to get into the Uniplay and we're going to get into the Oculus. I just did a video on the Oculus, just a general review over it. So if you want to check that out, I will leave links in the description for that video as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you never tuned into my channel, just know that's what I love to do. I love to do reviews. I love to help. And that's all I'm here to do, is just help, give you some information on some of these products, give you all that research so you don't have to, and then also leave some links in case you're interested, and plus make it easy as possible to digest so you can get through it and get these things done. So thank you so much for tuning in to DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, and without further ado, thank you so much. Let's get into the video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and join that Martini Nation because we are growing. All right, let's go ahead and look. This is the box here on the Uniplay. It looked pretty interesting. It looked like a good case, so I definitely wanted to kind of go into it, look at it, pick one up. Like I said, I got a good deal. It was, I think it was around $49, but it was like a big $20 coupon, so I got it for almost half price off. I don't know if that's a limited time thing or what, but even at the price point around $49, that is pretty standard price point, between $30 and $50 for a good headset with a battery. And the setup that we had here was looking pretty good and something that I wanted. Now everybody's head is going to be different, and these are all going to fit different, so I definitely want to kind of put my 2 cents in this one. That way, in case you're looking at it, you kind of get a good idea of it. So let's check out what's in the box here. Like I said, I had opened it just to make sure everything was there when I made the video, so we were good to go. So it does have, this is going to be your little head support, and we'll figure out how to put this together in a second. It has these little left and right cases here. We'll find out what those are here soon. It has a pad, and this pad is pretty soft. It does have like a vinyl texture, so but it is pretty soft, so I think it's going to be okay. This is the actual headset itself, and it did have this strap on it, and this is a pretty good little Velcro strap to hold that in place. It also comes with a charging cable for your battery and some little plugs that we'll figure out what those are here in a little bit. It is a 10,000 milliamp battery, 5 volts at 2.4 amps. So it says playtime 8 hours. I don't know about that, but we're gonna kind of give it a mess around here, figure out how to get this together with the instructions. There is some instructions in the box as well right here, and they're pretty step by step, but we're gonna go step by step to put this together. The actual unit itself is pretty heavy. This is going to add some weight to the Oculus, which is pretty light itself compared to other VR type systems. So this is definitely going to add some weight. Like I said, I've never taken my Oculus apart, so this will be interesting to go ahead and try to do. And like I said, it does have a little power button here. It does have your charging port right here. This is the part that will go to your Oculus to go ahead and give it power. It does have some kind of tightening mechanism here that I'm seeing. It's kind of moving these here, so kind of cool little design, futuristic chrome little spots right here. Like I said, a little bit of weight, but let's go ahead and put it together, and we're going to show you how to get that done. And we're going to go ahead and start taking this apart here. Like I said, I've never done this before, so this will be interesting. I'm going to roll up my sleeves here and get to work here, but this is pretty cool. This is a little extra accessory here, but these are actually eye covers for these in here, which is cool because I never had those before, so that's cool that it comes with those to protect those. So one thing I'll probably do is I'll probably just pop this part off very carefully. If you just pull, give it a little tug on both sides, it should just pop right off. And I'll put that up to the side just to get it out of the way here. Next thing I'll do is these actually just pop right off too, like that. You can get your finger under there and just give them a little pop. There we go, and they just pop right off. So that is your straps here, and then you take your little head strap, and we'll go ahead and pull that off as well. And there you go. Now you have just disassembled your old strap and everything. So now we have the new strap here, which I'll push into view right here. Alright, so one thing you want to do is just make sure which way which. So the Uniplay should be facing up. So this is going to be, you know, this side, and this side is going to be this side. You want to make sure that that is that way, so this is facing the right way. So on your actual goggles, you're going to want to make sure that the Uniplay symbol is on, looks like the left hand side in the video right there. And so we're going to go ahead and make sure we do that right here. So we're going to make sure that it's on the left hand side, and then we're just going to pop these two together like that. I'm going to do the same with the other one on this side. Just pop them till you hear a little snap. Then kind of push it back, and there's your together there. Now the next thing we want to do, and I'm not going to the instructions here, but you want to put you have this little head device. This is going to be the top here. Make sure you put your pad down, and then we're going to go ahead and these little back pieces right here, we can move our little cable here, make sure it doesn't get in the way here, but it's going to go right into there. So these little pieces are going to go right onto here, right here. So we're going to go ahead and push that in there. There we go. I got one in. You hear a little click there. I'm going to get the other one in here with a little click. There we go. And now we have this head strap here. Everything's good to go. And then we're going to run this head strap through the same way it went through on the other side, right here on this top piece right here. So to make that right, we got to go through the bottom and up, which might be a little bit hard. There we go. So I got it to come through. And then this is going to be adjusted according to, you know, the size of your head for this to all work correctly. But other than that, I think we got this almost all together here. So I don't think I got it all the way snapped on correctly here. So we're going to get that snapped on correctly here. There we go. And push it back. Snap in, push all the way back, and I didn't have that done before. And of course, don't forget to put your face piece back in here, which just snaps right into place here. Give it a nice little push. There we go. All right, and there is your case, all good to go. I'm going to go ahead and switch camera views. We got that all installed. This kind of way that everything's going to look. Pad on the bottom. Adjust these. We'll adjust them to my head in a second, and we'll get that done. So let's go ahead and check it out. And like I said, these are a cool accessory that you can put on your eyepieces here, and it says left and right on them. So you can put them on your eyepieces right there, and it protects them. That's kind of cool. I actually like that. I wanted something that would kind of go in there and protect them, since I always kind of leave them out. And let's go ahead and wrap this video up and show you that everything's together now. So everything's together. I've already adjusted the strap. Kind of just put it on your head, and you'll have to pull that front strap and just kind of adjust it. Let me go ahead and put it on. I'm not going to be able to see, so it's going to look kind of dumb, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and you can hear that stretch, but your little back adjustment will tighten that onto your head, and you can see that it's pretty well put on here. There we go. And you know, for what you need, it's working pretty good. And then to just loosen it, you go. So I did notice that this kind of pulls out a little bit if you're really violent with it, like a headbanger or something. I did notice that this can kind of unravel on its own a little bit, so it's not super tight, but for the most part it's pretty sturdy. And like I said, you kind of saw it, and it does tighten up. This piece right here is actually decently comfortable for me. That could be different for everybody. Everybody's gonna have a different size head, so everybody might not be comfortable with this piece because there's really no padding on it. It's just kind of a rubber piece. It's not uncomfortable in my opinion, but it's not the most comfortable at all. The top pad is actually decent, you know, when it goes on your head, and you can tighten it the way you need it. Everything else is pretty decent. You can see that it kind of tilts up when it gets tight. Then the final thing you'll have to do is put the battery in your Oculus right there. You do have a zip tie to go ahead and, you know, cable management. You'll be able to put that on wherever you need them. I'm not going to go ahead and put that on yet. I'm going to go ahead and give this a good charge, and then I'll give you final thoughts when we figure out that the battery's working, everything's working the way it's supposed to, and battery life after I test it just a little bit. Let's wrap this video up with some positives and negatives and talk about this Uniplay 10,000 milliamp Elite strap with battery. Now, so far so good. I did manage to get 4 hours no problem with the battery, so and it was about a little bit less than 17% with the battery. And so when you stop and you shut the unit off, it's actually going to just continue to keep charging your headset. You can see that the light is on there, so it's going to continue to charge the headset until it is completely done with battery. So, you know, you can always keep your headset charged and those types of things, and then when the battery itself, the extra battery, is out, then it will, you know, shut down. But it's always charging your system, and so then you just plug into this. Now you can plug into this via a cable, and you can always continue to have battery life, but like I said, it does work basically so if your headset is at 90%, you plug in a Uniplay there, it's basically going to stay at 90% until the extra battery is down to 90%, and then it's going to continue to go down from there. So that's kind of the way it charges everything. So it'll always say it's charging in your main unit, because that's pretty much what it's doing. It's probably not going to charge it up back, but it'll just use that battery until it gets to there. You'll notice it's staying at the same until it gets to about where you were at, and then you'll start going down from there. So it's kind of how it works on keeping your unit charged and charging at the same time. I definitely got 4 hours, which is what I was looking for. You definitely could probably get 5 hours in my opinion. Maybe let me know, if anybody has this unit, if they're getting more than that, but 5 hours for sure if you were to use it continually the whole time and just let it until it dies. There's no way that I mess around that long watching videos, doing that thing, 'cause I would get eye fatigue, and I would also have issues with the headset resting on my face for that long. So there's no way that I could go that long. So people let me know if anybody has gone that long to see if this lasts any longer, but I'm pretty sure you could hit the 5 hour mark no problem. But 6 to 8 hours that they're claiming, I don't know about that. That sounds a little bit long for me. Now when you're done with all that, you can go ahead and unplug this, charge it up, and it takes about 2 hours to get the charge done. If you were completely at zero, it might take a little bit longer, but about 2 hours to charge the whole unit, no problem. All the accessories that you get with this are pretty cool. That you get the lens covers, and then you also get, these are grips for your actual handheld controllers that you can put on your joysticks. So it's cool that it comes with some extra accessories as well. The unit itself has a pretty decent build quality. This part, we'll talk about this, and this part here, we'll talk about this, but everything else is a pretty good build. Nice pad. These are nice, everything clipped on nice. It's nice that it comes with cable management and everything like that. This is a plastic piece, but it's like a plastic rubber, and it fits nicely on your head. On my head, it was pretty comfortable, so I'm okay with it. But on some people, I could see that this has no like padding or anything, that they could get annoyed with that. So let's talk about a few negatives that I want to talk about on this. Is this piece right here. I could see how it could be uncomfortable, but like I said, it's so far comfortable for me. And then also the biggest negative is this piece right here. Now you can manually force it out. You can hear it kind of clicking to tighten, but it doesn't really hold. So you can, if you put enough pressure, you can pull it out. So I could see this being the downfall of this unit. Now for me, it was holding okay. I wasn't doing anything crazy, but it was holding enough that I had no issues. Also, I tightened this strap a little bit more than I would normally, and kind of so it sits on your head via this strap, and so then you don't need so much pressure on this back strap. So something to put there, that I'm not a big fan of this, but it's working enough to get the job done. But I could see this being a down point. And so I'll keep you posted if it like completely goes out or something like that, and I'll put an update on this. But so far, for the price point of around $30 with that extra coupon on Amazon right now, this is a pretty good value. The battery is definitely doing what it's supposed to do. I can get a 4-hour session, which I was trying to get, and I can watch a long movie, or I can do this and that and get enough. 4 hours for me on the Oculus unit is plenty, and I don't really want to go any longer than that, like I said, resting on my face or get the eye fatigue. So that's plenty for me. So if anybody gets longer and wants to let me know what kind of hours for sure they got with this, let me know. That'd be great information. But other than that, those are the big negatives. The clamp system is not the best, but it's working. And then this back piece has no padding, so it's a little bit uncomfortable. I could tell that for people, but for me, it was bearable, and I could handle it. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't super uncomfortable for me at all, but I could see how other people could say it's uncomfortable. Other than that, I love how everything was provided, clipped right into my system. You saw how easy it was for me to put together. Has the cable management, plugs in nicely, everything was working. The only thing I did notice is when I did turn on the unit for the first time, I actually had to use the actual button on the battery to turn on my whole unit, maybe for it to connect together or something like that. So if you have trouble turning on from your normal button here, and you're turning it on and it's shutting off saying that it's charging, go ahead and hit this back button and see if it fires up the whole unit for you as well. So try both buttons to turn it on if you're having trouble once you shut it off. Just to put a little point out there. Other than that, I think to wrap this up, the Uniplay so far is pretty decent for the price point you're getting. The battery part and everything like that is working really good. Charges up, you know, reasonably quick in 2 hours. It's holding that 4-hour timeline that I wanted it to hold, which is good. It's decently comfortable and manageable that way. My biggest down point on it is just that tightener level that is just not the tightest, and can be kind of pulled out a little bit if you're really doing some movement and doing some head banging or things like that. Could be a weak point on it, but so far so good for me. But like I said, I could see how some people could have some issues. Other than that, I think the Uniplay is great for the value that you're going to get it. There is a coupon right now for half price on this item, so go ahead and give it a try. I really think that's a great value for $25. If you have any issues, if you do get it through Amazon, you could definitely return it and those types of things. So far, I think it's a pretty decent accessory for the Oculus. It's working for me. Definitely give you that extra battery life, and it's worth checking out. So thank you so much for tuning in to DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. This has been a quick little checkout of the Uniplay Elite strap with the battery, and a little tutorial how to get it together as well. So thank you so much. If this is helpful at all, please like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notifications, and also give me a like I said, if it was helpful at all. Thank you so much. We'll catch you really soon on the next video or tutorial.